Have you ever found yourself wondering how many good years you still have ahead after turning 70? At this stage in life, every moment feels a little more precious, and that's perfectly natural. Our bodies, in their own quiet ways, start sending us signals, little clues about how we're really doing on the inside. Some people in their 70s are still full of life, sharp-minded, steady on their feet with plenty of energy to enjoy each day. Others begin to slow down, feeling tired more often, dealing with new aches or health concerns. So what makes the difference? It's not just luck or good genes. In fact, science shows that there are a few key signs, subtle but powerful, that can give us real insight into how long we might live and how well we'll live in those later years. These aren't guesses or myths. They're based on real patterns observed in people who've managed to stay healthy and vibrant well into their 80s, 90s, and beyond. In today's video, we're going to walk through 7 important signs to watch for, signs that could reveal where you stand, what your body might be trying to tell you, and most importantly, what simple changes you can make today to improve your chances of a longer, healthier life. So grab a warm drink, find a comfortable seat, and stay with us, because by the end of this video, you might just discover something small yet life-changing that you hadn't noticed before. Sign 1. Your walking speed. Let's begin with something that might seem simple, yet carries a deeper meaning than most people realize: the speed at which you walk. At first, it may not seem like much. After all, walking is something we've done all our lives, often without a second thought. But as we grow older, this basic movement becomes one of the clearest indicators of our overall health. And more than that, it can even provide a glimpse into how many healthy years we may still have ahead. Research has consistently shown that older adults who maintain a steady, purposeful walking pace tend to live longer and enjoy better health. Why? Because walking speed is closely linked to multiple systems in the body. Your cardiovascular health, muscle strength, coordination, and even brain function. It's like a snapshot of how well everything inside you is working together. Let me tell you about Joe and Frank. Joe is 75 and starts his day with a gentle morning walk. He moves confidently, crossing the street without hesitation, climbing stairs with ease, and maintaining a smooth, natural rhythm. Frank, also 75, used to be active too, but lately his pace has slowed. He finds himself needing to stop more often, feeling unsteady on uneven ground, and struggling with movements that used to feel effortless. This kind of change in walking speed isn't just a sign of aging. It can be an early warning of deeper health concerns. A slower, less stable gait may indicate weakening muscles, reduced circulation, or even early signs of neurological issues. But here's the good news. You can change this. You don't need to push yourself too hard. Even small, consistent efforts can make a significant difference. A short daily walk around the house, light leg exercises, simple strength training with resistance bands. The goal isn't to walk fast. It's to walk steadily, safely, and confidently. Because how you move through life today can speak volumes about how long and how well you'll keep moving in the years to come. Sign 2. Grip strength. Let's talk about something most people don't think twice about: the strength of your grip. It's something so simple, so familiar. You feel it when you shake someone's hand, when you open a jar, or when you carry a bag of groceries from the car to the kitchen. But what you may not realize is that this everyday ability, the strength in your hands, can quietly reflect the strength of your entire body. In fact, studies have shown that grip strength is one of the most reliable signs of overall vitality in older adults. A firm, steady grip often means your muscles are strong, your blood is circulating well, and your nervous system is working smoothly. On the other hand, if your grip is weakening, it could be an early sign that your body is starting to lose muscle mass, coordination, and resilience. Let me introduce you to Robert and Walter Huffy. Robert has always taken pride in his handshake. Even in his late 70s, he enjoys staying active. He lifts light weights, tends to his garden, and still opened stubborn jars without much effort. Walter, however, began to notice some quiet changes. Tasks that used to be easy, twisting the cap off a water bottle, carrying a full grocery bag, began to feel harder. At first, he brushed it off as just part of getting older. But that subtle loss of strength was actually a signal that his muscles were beginning to weaken, making him more vulnerable to falls, injury, and fatigue. What many people don't know is that your hands are like a mirror. They reflect what's happening throughout your whole body. When grip strength fades, it often means your arms, legs, and core are losing strength too. And that loss, if ignored, can quietly chip away at your independence. But here's the hopeful part. You can rebuild it, yes, even in your 70s, 80s, or beyond. It's absolutely possible to regain strength in your hands and throughout your body. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym membership. Squeeze a tennis ball for a few minutes each day. Use hand grippers. Carry light household items like water bottles or books. So take a moment to notice, how does your grip feel today? Do you feel strong when holding something heavy? Or have you noticed small tasks becoming harder to manage? If so, don't ignore it. It's not just about convenience. It's about your quality of life, your ability to stay active, and your long-term health. Because how firmly you can hold on to something today may quietly speak to how well you'll be able to hold on to life, its joys, its challenges, and its beautiful everyday moments in the years to come. Sign 3. Your ability to balance. Can you stand on one leg? Now let's talk about something most people never think about: balance. It's one of those quiet abilities that we tend to take for granted until one day we can't. The truth is, your ability to balance, like being able to stand on one leg for 10 seconds, can actually tell you a lot about your health, your independence, and even how long you may live. You see, balance isn't just about standing tall or walking without falling. It's the result of many parts of your body working together. Strong legs, a sharp nervous system, and a brain that's communicating clearly with your muscles. When balance starts to decline, it can be a sign that one or several of these systems are starting to weaken. Let me introduce you to Carol and Nancy. Carol has made it a habit to stay active. She goes on walks, enjoys gentle yoga, and even practices standing on one leg while brushing her teeth. When she lifts one foot off the ground, she's steady, calm, and in control. Nancy, on the other hand, never thought much about balance until recently. One day, while getting dressed, she lost her footing and nearly fell. Now, when she tries to stand on one leg, even for a few seconds, she wobbles, flails her arms, and has to grab onto nearby furniture. She's begun to feel nervous walking on uneven ground or stepping into the shower. But here's the good news. Balance can be rebuilt. Even if you've noticed some unsteadiness, there are gentle, simple ways to improve. Start by practicing standing on one leg for just a few seconds at a time. Hold on to a countertop or chair if needed. Try walking heel to toe across the room like you're walking a straight line. Gentle movement practices like Tai Chi can also be incredibly helpful, combining slow, controlled movements with focus and breath. Most importantly, don't feel discouraged. If you wobble or need support, that's okay. Every bit of practice counts. Your body is incredibly adaptable even as you age. So try this little test right now. Stand tall, lift one foot a few inches off the ground, and hold it there. Can you stay balanced for 10 seconds? If you can. Wonderful, keep practicing. If you can't, don't worry. That's simply your body's way of saying, let's pay a little more attention here. Because the steadier you are on your feet, the more confident and free you'll feel in your daily life, whether it's going for a walk, taking the stairs, or simply standing to cook a meal. And in the years to come, that steadiness can make all the difference. Sign 4. Your sleeping patterns. Let's take a moment to talk about something that affects every part of our lives. As we age, sleep can become more elusive. Maybe you've noticed it yourself, waking up in the middle of the night, tossing and turning, or feeling tired even after being in bed for hours. You might think it's just a normal part of getting older. And while some changes are expected, the quality of your sleep still matters a lot. In fact, how well you sleep at night says a great deal about how well your body is functioning and how long you might live. Sleep isn't just rest. It's healing. It's when your body does its most important behind-the-scenes work. During the night, your immune system strengthens. Your brain clears away toxins, and your heart rate and blood pressure find their healthy rhythm again. Good sleep keeps your memory sharp, your energy steady, and your body resilient. Let me tell you about Henry and Bill. Henry goes to bed around the same time every night. He sleeps for about 7 hours, waking up refreshed and ready to start his day. He doesn't rely on sleep aids. His routine is calm, his bedroom quiet, and he avoids screens before bed. Over time, this consistency has paid off. His mind remains sharp, his mood stays balanced, and his body feels strong. Bill, however, has a different experience. His nights are restless. He often wakes up 2 or 3 times. Sometimes unable to fall back asleep. Some nights he can't drift off at all, staring at the ceiling in frustration. And while he might stay in bed for 8 or 9 hours, he wakes up feeling groggy, forgetful, and worn down. His blood pressure has crept up, and he finds it harder to focus during the day. This contrast is important, because while we often treat sleep as a luxury, the truth is it's a foundation for healthy aging. Poor sleep can be caused by many things: stress diet, lack of movement, or even hidden health conditions like sleep apnea. And when your body misses out on deep restorative rest, it affects everything from your immune system to your memory, your mood, and even your heart health. But here's the encouraging part. Just like with walking speed or balance, sleep quality can be improved. Start with small changes. Stick to a consistent bedtime and wake-up time. Dim the lights in the evening and avoid screens. TVs, tablets, phones for at least an hour before bed. Get natural sunlight in the morning to help reset your body's clock. Avoid caffeine or heavy meals late in the day. Also take note of how you feel when you wake up. Do you feel rested or still tired? Even after a full night in bed, your body may be trying to tell you something, because sleep isn't just about lying down. It's about how well your body recovers, resets, and prepares you for another day of life. And the better your sleep, the more fully you can enjoy those days, alert, steady, and strong. So tonight, listen to your body. Create a space for rest. Let sleep be your healing companion, because a peaceful night's sleep is one of the kindest gifts you can give yourself for today and for many more tomorrows. Sign 5. Your appetite and eating habits. Let's talk now about something very close to home: your appetite and the way you eat. As we get older, our relationship with food can change in quiet, unexpected ways. Meals might not feel as enjoyable as they once were. Hunger fades. Food just doesn't taste the same. And before we realize it, we're eating less, skipping meals, or relying on quick and easy processed snacks instead of real nourishment. But here's the thing. Your appetite and eating habits can reveal a lot about your health, especially as you age. A steady, healthy appetite is a sign that your body is still functioning well. It means your digestion is on track. Your metabolism is working, and your body is getting the fuel it needs to stay strong and energized. On the other hand, a sudden loss of appetite or a gradual decline in the desire to eat can be a subtle red flag. It could point to nutritional deficiencies, underlying illness, or even emotional changes like depression or isolation. Let's take a look at Margaret and Susan, 2 women who are both 74 years old. Margaret still enjoys preparing her meals. She loves the smell of fresh vegetables, the rhythm of chopping ingredients, and the warmth of soup simmering on the stove. She eats a mix of colorful foods, fresh fruit, whole grains, lean protein, and looks forward to meal times. Her energy stays steady throughout the day, and she feels nourished from the inside out. Susan, however, has lost interest in food. Her refrigerator is mostly empty, and her meals often consist of a cup of tea and a few crackers. She doesn't feel hungry, and when she does eat, nothing tastes quite right. She's lost weight without trying, and she feels weaker, more fatigued, and less interested in her usual activities. But the good news is, You can turn things around gently and gradually. Start by eating small, nutrient-dense meals. Think hearty soups, smoothies, or oatmeal with fruit and nuts. Try to eat with others. Sharing a meal, even virtually, can make eating more enjoyable. Use spices and herbs to bring back flavor and make food more appealing. Stay hydrated. Sometimes thirst can mask itself as a lack of appetite. And most importantly, don't ignore a loss of appetite. Ask yourself honestly, am I still enjoying my meals? Do I feel nourished? Or have I been eating less with less joy than I used to? Take time to nourish yourself, not just out of necessity, but out of love. You deserve that kindness to us every single day. Sign 6. Your ability to handle stress. Let's take a moment to talk about something that affects all of us: stress. Even in later life, stress doesn't disappear. It just changes shape. The worries might shift from raising a family or building a career to concerns about health, finances, or the well-being of loved ones. And sometimes stress can feel heavier simply because there's less distraction and more quiet time to dwell on it. But here's something many people don't realize. The way you handle stress after 70 can have a powerful impact on how long and how well you live. You see, chronic stress isn't just about feeling tense or overwhelmed. It goes much deeper. Ongoing stress raises your blood pressure, weakens your immune system, and increases inflammation throughout your body. Over time, this silent wear and tear can lead to serious health issues, heart disease, memory problems, and even a faster aging process. Now let's look at John and Richard, both 6 years old. John, like anyone else, faces his share of challenges: unexpected bills, medical appointments, family, misunderstandings. They're part of life, but he's learned how to take a deep breath and meet these challenges with calm. He doesn't let himself spiral. Instead, he leans on simple tools: slow, deep breathing, a quiet walk outside, a conversation with a friend, a few minutes of prayer or stillness. Richard, by contrast, carries his stress everywhere. He worries about things he can't control. Small frustrations become big problems in his mind. He replays past conversations, holds on to resentment, and finds it hard to let things go. Over time, this mental weight begins to show in his body. His sleep suffers, his energy drops. He feels constantly tired, even on good days. The difference between John and Richard isn't their circumstances. It's how they respond to them. And the truth is, you can learn to manage stress at any age. It doesn't mean pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means learning to care for your inner world as kindly as you care for your body. That could be deep breathing when you feel tense, writing down what's on your mind, spending time in nature, talking to someone who truly listens, a quiet laugh with a grandchild, or a favorite old movie. Ask yourself, when something stressful happens, do you hold on to it? Or do you try to find peace and perspective? Because how you carry life's challenges, whether you carry them with grace or let them weigh you down, can quietly shape how long you live and how joyful those years will be. So be gentle with yourself. Breathe. Let go of what you can't control. Focus on what brings calm and connection, because peace of mind isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline. Sign 7. Your social connections. Let's finish with something that may be even more important than people realize: your relationships. Human connection is one of life's most powerful gifts. A warm conversation, a shared laugh, a phone call with someone who knows your story. These simple moments feed the heart in ways that medicine can't. And when it comes to living a longer, healthier life, research is clear: people who maintain strong social connections as they age tend to live longer, stay mentally sharper, and feel more fulfilled. Let me share the stories of Eleanor and Barbara, both Yaruzoa. Eleanor makes an effort to stay connected. She has coffee with an old friend every week, attends a local book club, calls her grandchildren often. She isn't surrounded by people all the time, but she has a circle of relationships that make her feel seen and valued. Even just knowing someone is thinking of her brings her joy. Barbara, on the other hand, has slowly drifted away from people over the years. Old friends have moved or passed on. Her children are busy. She spends most days at home alone with her thoughts. Though she doesn't talk about it, she feels a growing sense of loneliness. Some days she doesn't speak to anyone at all. This kind of isolation doesn't just affect your mood. Over time, it can raise your risk of heart disease, depression, memory loss, and even early death. The mind and body both suffer when they feel disconnected from others. But here's the beautiful truth. It's never too late to reconnect. You don't have to be the life of the party. Even 1 or 2 meaningful relationships can make all the difference. Reach out to an old friend, even if it's been a while. Write a letter. Join a small group or class at your local community center. Ask a neighbor how they're doing. People are often more open than we think. They're just waiting for someone else to take the first step. If picking up the phone feels hard, start small. Say hello to someone at the park. Ask someone about their day at the grocery store. Human connection can begin with the simplest acts of kindness and curiosity. So ask yourself, do you feel truly connected to others? Or have you pulled away without meaning to? The good news is you can rebuild your connections little by little, and every warm interaction, every shared moment helps your body release hormones that reduce stress, lower inflammation, and boost your well-being. Because relationships aren't just about companionship. They're about staying alive in every sense of the word, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Don't wait for someone else to reach out. Be the one who sends the message, makes the call, or starts the conversation. You may be surprised by how good it feels for both of you. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about how many years we live, but how much love, laughter, and connection we carry with us along the way. Now that we've explored these 7 important signs, your walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep patterns, eating habits, ability to handle stress, and social connections, take a quiet moment to reflect. What is your body trying to tell you? Are you moving through life with strength, confidence, and connection? Or have you noticed some subtle shifts, maybe in your energy, your mood, or your daily routines, that deserve a little more attention and care? The truth is, none of these signs are meant to scare you. In fact, they're here to empower you, because the beautiful thing about life after 70 is that there's still so much you can influence. Your future isn't written in stone. The choices you make today, no matter how small, can bring more strength, clarity, and joy into your tomorrows. So if something in this video spoke to you, don't wait for a doctor to tell you it's time to change. You already have the wisdom. Now just take the next gentle step. Go for that walk. Strengthen your grip. Eat a nourishing meal. Get better rest. Share a laugh. Reach out to someone you miss. Breathe deeply through life's challenges, because it's not just about living longer, it's about living well. Thank you for spending your time with us today. If this video helped you reflect or reminded you of something important, we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you're going to start doing for yourself. Your thoughts inspire not only us, but others who read them too. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and turning on the bell. That way we can continue sharing more gentle guidance to help you live fully, no matter your age. Until next time, take good care of yourself. You're more powerful than you think.